and the Baltimore Ravens. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Jameis to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. After the interception, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 29-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They got to get it to the 21 here on third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6.
4-yard attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And the Ravens strike first at 3-0. Weather like this, always treacherous for kickers. A good sign early, though, as he's able to put that one through.
And you remember him right before the kick stomping around his area to make sure that things were going to hold for his plant foot, and it did.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. From the gun, Winston. That is caught by Cohen. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
His pass.
A huge play there for Chicago. 48 yards.
48 yards. And the Bears first down.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston, nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
It's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Nice job understanding the situation. 3rd and long, kept the play in front of them and made the tackle. They gave up a good chunk of yardage, but it does force a 4th down.
That ties the game.
Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offense.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. It's Khalil Mack that time, shooting in there to get him to the ground. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson now. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That's good.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. He's going to run again. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
At the 46-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. These 2 teams all tied after 1. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
By the Bears.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The ball carried by...
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Working out of the gun, Winston. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Well, sometimes those cliches really come true, don't they? When they talk about it takes all 11 to play good defense. We've seen that in this ball game. I think the secondary has to be singled out, though. They are in the presence of every receiver whenever the ball's thrown. And this one, they help force another incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw again. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage. But instead, he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On play action, Winston. Being chased out left. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down. Now Winston. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
The 47-yard line.
Throwing, Winston. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Incomplete in the end.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Bears on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Winston. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
To number 27.
A big play there. His 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Jackson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Jackson from the shotgun. Man open left side is Brown. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A very solid gain of 27. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 16, Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Roquan Smith able to run it down for a loss of a yard.
3rd down and 6.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Bears 13. Ravens 10.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
And incomplete. It's third down.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. This time they stay on the ground. And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number one.
But it brings up fourth down.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. From the gun, Jackson. And this is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. Oh, Lamar Jackson just so electric, Charles, when he gets into open space, and we saw Exhibit A right there.
You know something? I'm standing up here in the booth next to you watching the play. He buckled my ankles on that one as well. It doesn't matter whether you're actually out in the field trying to chase him or you're just watching him play. This guy is sheer excitement.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. Throwing again. Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 8-yard line.
An option handoff here to Dobbins.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Dobbins.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have retaken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Ravens 17, Bears 13. Justin Tucker to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now Winston. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
38-yard line, 2nd and 11.
38-yard line.
To throw, Winston.
He'll air this one out deep for Sims.
It's caught at the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I'd sure love to offer some advice to the defensive coordinator, but his guys are just getting run over by an offense that's executing like a well-oiled machine.
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
A 7-yard.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
29-yard line.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Jackson. Buying time to his left. And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line. Robert Quinn able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
That I'm struggling to understand a little bit. That close to the goal line, 1st down, run the football. If you want to throw it, throw some play action on 2nd down.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. Back now in Baltimore. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Interesting decision here because I think you've got to kick it and tie this game. If it's the 2nd quarter, maybe then you go for it. But here in the 4th, you can't come away with nothing.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Ravens have once again taken the lead. And that will make this a 4-point game.
He is good. Makes the score Ravens 24, Bears 20.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. A 1st down throw for Winston. And And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
And that false start penalty is certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys have to touch the ball and carry it. They're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
And Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. Second half with the lead, this is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
One more time with Dobbins.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh,
right?
yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it, and I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw is Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, Winston. That's complete to Mooney. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Off the play fake, Winston. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Winston, and the pressure gets to him again. Quentin Williams picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Third and long for Winston. He'll air this one out deep for Sims. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now Winston. He's got the first down inside the 10. And all the way down to the 5.
Complete.
An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
1st and goal, Chicago.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Winston to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Winston. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off with great anticipation. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
First and 10.
And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you run into slant, timing is everything. And against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Here's Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Ravens, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll get